It's time for the talking to stop and the fighting to start. This should be good. I'm Todd Grisham. Alongside me, English fighting legend Johnny Nelson.
Hi, Todd. Nice to be here with you.
It's time for our tale of the tape. So here's the Krusher Sergey Kovalev, 183 centimeters tall with a reach of 184 centimeters. And up against him, it's David Benavidez, 188 centimeters tall with a reach of 189 centimeters.
This is it. This is that fight. This is that argument. I don't know what to expect.
Here comes one of the best light heavyweights to ever do it, Sergey Kovalev, known as the Krusher. A KO percentage over 80%, 30 KOs in his 36 wins. It's the Mexican monster, David Benavidez. He's got that aggressive style, so good with the power punchers. A great finisher when he has someone hurt.
As soon as the ball goes, don't blink. That fight could be over.
This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, from Russia, here is the three-time light heavyweight champion of the world, the hard-hitting Sergey Krusher Kovalev. Fighting out of the blue corner, from Phoenix, Arizona, an all-action, exciting two-division champion of the world, known as the Mexican monster, David Benavidez.
Expectations are sky high for this fight. Will it live up to the hype? We're about to find out.
Todd, I'm going to stay here till the end of the night, because if you're a fight fan like me, this is what I live for.
Thousands of fans here in attendance tonight, but when the bell rings, there will only be two that we're talking about. Here we go for round one. Nice counter shot. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Neither fighter willing to slow down. All the talking has been done. It's time to start doing the walking.
You have certain fighters that are born for this, that are made for the big crowd. And looking at that corner right there, that is that fighter right there. They have elevated, lifted. It's like they're not touching the ground. This is what they were born for.
Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. He threw a punch and just got countered. Nice counter. Caution is being thrown to the wind. The jab doesn't quite connect. Good counter punching. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to get rocked? Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
This counter puncher is going to wait for you to move first, and then will strike like a snake. Keep an eye on this guy.
They have got great ring IQ. Counter punches are the best.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Unlucky to miss with that jab. Throws the jab but does not score. The perfect counter lands. Right gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. And he scores with the counter. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Kovalev that last round. Well, he is in big trouble here. He may have been saved by the bell.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what? Next round, you're getting it. You're going to get it. Kitchen sink.
I'm happy. Good man.
Here we go for round two. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
A perfect counter shot. Sometimes when you're fighting a counter fighter, the rounds can get a little boring. You get trigger shy because you know if you throw a punch, one is coming right back at you.
Reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye, and they're waiting for any little twitch you do. So you've got to fight a counter puncher smart.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? Straight right just misses. They miss with the jab. They exchange punches. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Well, Johnny, I know it's still early on, but have you been surprised by anything you've seen?
I've seen some fights with a granite chin. You can hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
Wanted to land the left hook, but was not successful. That right hook won't score. Just missed with that hook. Stamina is off the charts. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Kovalev that last round. And a round that seemed like an eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Wow, it was like two different leagues.
You're much better. Okay, I'm happy. I like that round.
There's the bell for round three. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until the senses have come back.
Heard the phrase, finding a second win. I don't think I need to tell you which one of these fighters needs to find it.
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
A straight right just misses. Well done with that counter shot. Don't want to trade shots. There's been a significant aggression difference in this fight, Johnny. What do you see?
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fire. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
The straight right just misses. I can't believe we're only halfway through the round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Incredible work rate. That counter shot lands. It's like a game of joust. They both got their swords. They're slinging it. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
I've never seen a fighter so fast in my life. How do you deal with this? You've got to hope they run out of steam.
How about that time counter shot? The straight right just misses. There's a counter shot. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Kovalev that last round. Well, it's no secret who has the advantage after that last round. Let's see what they have in store for us in the next one.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute uproar.
You follow through.
And there's the bell to start round 4. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
That hook doesn't score. Good counter punch. The straight right just misses. Kovalev is dazed. No, we don't see a knockdown.
Defense, defense, defense is everything, because they got shot once, they know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense, work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
How much confidence do you build when your opponents hit you with their best shot and you walk right through it?
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've got in the ring with fights like that and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out of there, because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Tough to be a judge in this fight, as both fighters have had their big moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Can't land the jab there. They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. You can tell one of these fighters is starting to fade. What does he need to do to get back in this contest?
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
The straight right just misses. Holding nothing back here in the round. The jab doesn't quite connect. very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Kovalev that last round. And a round that seemed like eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Wow, you know what? I've been in fights like that. When you're thinking, come on, Bo, ring away. You walk back to the corner like you've just seen the sun.
Back out.
Things are starting to heat up now as we enter the fifth. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
This fighter's certainly not going to out-throw their opponent by any means, but they will, when they hit, be a lot harder.
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
Is he going to punch himself out, though? Tried to score with that hook, but missed. This fighter has been extremely aggressive so far, Johnny, but how do they keep it up over the distance of this fight?
I've seen some aggressive fighters. They can terrorize the life out of you before they've even thrown their shot. The strength they have, the speed they have, and that knockout punch, they want to punch through you. They don't want to punch you. They want to punch straight through you. So you've got to be careful.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Nice counter shot. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Neither one of them want this to go to the judges' scorecards. Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. Catch and shoot. His stamina is off the charts. The straight right just misses. Out of the way of that right hook. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Kovalev that last round. I'm worried about these two fighters gassing out as this fight goes on.
This is when you talk about championship material.
You're much better than that guy.
On to the sixth round. How much do they have left in the tank after that last round?
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you've cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
There's no way this fighter can go punch for punch. Their resistance to these blows just isn't the same.
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
Counter punches have to hurt. This is a high-octane battle. Might want to think of holding on here for a minute. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. being exerted here. We're at the halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them. More than happy.
That counter punch caught him clean. Beautiful counter shot. This fighter is not interested in throwing one shot at a time. They throw combinations, and they throw them non-stop.
This can be so frustrating when you're under such a fast fighter that can throw 3-4 shot combinations before you've even let one off. That creates frustration, and that's when it gets hard.
Well, they're going deep into the gas tank on this round. Can't score with that jab. Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Talk about Kovalev that last round. How much cardio was put in for this fight? It may come down to that.
There's a lot on the line here.
You gotta get out there. Switch.
Here we go. It's round 7. That 1-minute break surely wasn't enough for him to completely recover.
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Beautiful counter punch. I think it's safe to say one of these fighters certainly has a significant speed advantage. You can tell who it is.
Let me explain to you about a fast fighter that's got hand speed and footwork. They're relaxed. They're confident. They know they just have to quick burst, boom. In a split second, they'd let 4 shots go. Their footwork has got them out of the way. And these guys are so relaxed. And that's why they can maintain this all the way through a fight.
Nice job to block that uppercut. The straight right just misses. Punch, counter punch. Stamina is so important for these two fighters because it allows them to use their skills throughout the match. It can all come down to who's in better shape.
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
A very competitive round here so far.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Nice counter punch. He missed with that jab. Miss with that jab. There's no doubt that this fighter's power can change the fight around in an instant. You can't afford to make one single minor mistake.
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
And he scores with the counter. This fighter expending a lot of energy in this round. Beautiful counter punch. Let's talk about Kovalev that last round. Stamina is always an issue in a prize fight.
You cannot gas out. If you prepared right, slept right, ate right, and did everything right for this fight, you have no excuse for gassing out.
I need you to focus on...
And we enter the 8th round. Was 1 minute enough time for them to recover after what we saw last round?
What were they doing that round? Are they trying to get an early out? That's a lot of energy burst. They did 6 rounds in one. They're going to be absolutely shattered.
He threw a punch and just got countered. You can see the heavy breathing, but that's not slowing him down. He's putting the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. Down goes Kovalev. A big headshot, and he goes down. We have got to see that again in slow motion.
That's lights out right there.
So they're back on their feet, but let's see how much they have left in the tank.
That is a show of character. When you're put down, your ego's hurt, your chin's hurt, your body's hurting, and you've got to get up, suck it up, and think, right, I'm back in the game again. It's so hard for a fighter.
You've seen all the famous boxing movies, the training scenes, the gym work. That's what it all boils down to. Who's going to have more endurance?
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in a fight. They've got to relax.
We're at the halfway point. There's no doubt who's won this round so far.
No doubt at all. You can see who's winning. You can see who's got it in hand. You can see who's comfortable. Or it's a bit of a mousetrap.
What heart, what desire, but at what cost? Is he gonna punch himself out though? Catch and shoot. And that hook misses. Lands with the right counter. Final 10 seconds here, unless we get some late drama. I think we all know who won this round. Let's talk about Kovalev that last round. What a huge momentum swing that's going to be, considering that round will be 10-8 after the knockdown.
Can make or break a fighter.
Don't worry about it, Ryan. Let's just get out there.
Let's see how much fatigue we see here in round 9. He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
Oh, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel, because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
One of the best attributes to have in boxing has nothing to do with boxing. It's how well you can take a punch to the face.
Don't get trigger happy, because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot, and that's when they catch you.
That left-handed jab doesn't quite score. He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. The referee will send them to the corner and take a look at the cut. To the relief of the fans here, this fight will continue. Don't let this fighter's speed fool you. There's some method to the madness. These are precision shots, and they're coming at lightning speed.
What you've got to do, Toddy, is anticipation. You've got to wait. You just got to throw caution to the wind and just hope. You're never going to know where the shots are coming from. You just got to put in a guess.
Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
They won't give us a second to catch our breath. The only fear you have with this fighter is, has he punched himself out? They exchange punches. The work rate is down. The head isn't moved, and the Krusher goes down. Wow, that impact was incredible. Let's take another look at it.
A shot from the gods took him out.
Well, they're back up, Johnny, but now what do they do to get back into this fight?
Oh, he can smell blood. Look at that. He's put in round ones. He knows what shot would.
So we enter the final 10 seconds here in a pretty dominant display. Let's talk about Kovalev that last round. It's not over till it's over, but that knockdown is going to be huge.
You've been put down. You've got to think right. Survive and then give it back the next round.
I want you to go. Great round. Great round. Now relax.
It's round 10. Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff them.
A straight right just misses. That jab doesn't find a home. And he scores with the counter. They continue to miss. We hear that old phrase, second win. You've got to find it somehow.
What can they change? They can change their attitude. They can change their nervous system to a certain amount of punches per round. Because otherwise, if they deviate from the game plan, they're going to be shattered once again and the fight will be over.
The stamina is off the charts. Holding nothing back here in the round. Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Well, Johnny, has anything surprised you here as we enter the final frames of this bout?
This is about ego. Get your ego in check, Todd, because if you fight a man that is used to doing this, he's confident and comfortable doing this, Why are you giving him that chance to dance that dance? Step out of the way, box him. Frustrate him, because if you let him get away with it, he blows you down.
Is he going to punch himself out, though? That left counter was perfectly timed. His stamina is off the charts. Nice count. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about David Benavidez in that last round. Well, the cut man's got some work to do in this corner.
Cornerman, get your job done, do it right.
You let him back in. You're better than that, kid.
And there's the bell for round 11. And we're back. What does this round have in store for us?
What a round. I'm exhausted. They must be absolutely shattered. What could you tell a man when he comes back to the corner? You need the instructions to be simple, precise. Don't befuddle them, because they're just shattered.
As we enter the final frames of this bout, Johnny, what have we seen so far?
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
Well, they're going deep into the gas tank on this round. Well done with that counter shot. Putting the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. Sergey Kovalev goes down. And you can see here his face basically melts into his glove, and down he goes.
You're right, Todd. What a shot.
So time to go celebrate after a knockout win here.
Accuracy, power, punch, perfect. That must hurt.